Today I'm going to be sharing the story of a friend of mine who started out as a real estate agent selling properties in Lagos, Nigeria, and now he has moved on to developing luxury properties for people in Lagos, Nigeria to buy. And another interesting thing about this friend of mine is that he is just 27 years old, and he's going to be sharing a story about how he started selling properties for people to becoming a real estate developer in Lagos, Nigeria. People can see us chilling in VI on a yacht, but they wouldn't really know where this story started. So can you give us like a brief intro on how you started out in Lagos, Nigeria?
I basically didn't plan to actually start real estate. And after school, yeah, like what does Nigeria suffer? You understand,
yes.
Right? Because at that time, I think my mom was always telling me that I have a job for you, Milo, don't worry. So I was always telling my people that don't worry, I have a job. When I was out, that was the Milo job. Nothing. I started looking for business to do. Then I found the Forever Living, right? Then I decided,
Forever Living.
Yeah,
that's the healthcare.
Yeah,
like
you have to do network marketing and stuff.
Yeah.
So I decided to stop. One night I was on my computer. Then I stumbled upon real estate, right? I saw real estate.
Like saw it on your. You were just searching for.
I was just searching for stuff. Then I saw real estate. I'm like, what's real estate? You know. So they were telling me there was a training session somewhere around somewhere. I should come there. Getting there when I started hearing numbers, you know, how people were making money in real estate, and all you have to do is sell land. And that day they took us to like Ibejuleki axis. Then I saw the lands. Then I'm like, okay, land. Commission and price, 800,000 naira land, commission 15%. So I mean 15%, I'm like 15%, that's a lot.
Wow.
That day, I snapped in front of the land, I'm like, woo, now I'm a real estate broker. So I took picture, then I started marketing on Facebook. I did the business card, you know, I was doing cold calling.
What year was this?
This was 2018. I started proper like, let's say 18, 19, like I was selling land, basically. Yeah. Cold marketing was not my thing, you know, because I'm someone that loves to I keep to myself a lot, right? Yeah. So imagine you now like have to pretend to be like, oh, come on, but I like you, please. So I'm like, no, I can't do it this way. The best way I could probably market the house than be waiting for someone, because someone stood there for like 4 hours one time like that. Then I found Instagram. Normally what everybody posts is you post pictures, show yourself. I would literally walk around and study people. And I'm looking, what are they looking at? Instagram. What is they doing? Instagram. What is this person? Instagram. Like, then let me use this place to get to them now. I don't need to come and meet you. I can do something there that will get to them. Yes. So that's why I decided to know what Instagram page. That time real estate was crazy. Like the way they see agents was different too. As in when you see agents, you're always scared that this one will not steal my money and go. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when I came, I started doing videos. I started looking for flyways to do it. I would drive down, come down. Hey, this is a 5-bedroom duplex. You know, yeah, it was actually a beautiful moment for me, right? And from there, we got here. I sold my first house after a year of studying real estate. The first house was about 75 million.
Oh, wow.
So, and I made like about 3 million commission. Guess what? I did that commission. Then you know the way clients do at that time. They don't want to pay agency, obviously. Yeah. So they have a tricky way to it. I mean, I was ready for it. So the guy was like about to like start saying, what did we agree? I don't think we agreed anything. I'm like, my boss will fire me. My boss will fire me, please, you have to pay me. My boss will fire me. Oh. He knows about this transaction here. That's how I was able to collect my money in full.
Official cars or something?
Well, they're not all. We still have some because most of them need maintenance. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5, then 6. All our agents are actually entitled to an official car.
Wow, mad. So this is one like everybody uses for inspection and stuff, right?
Yes.
It's like the whole parking lot is Ramos of Lagos. Oh, so this is the spot?
Yep, this is the spot.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
What's happening?
This is our reception. Basically, we don't have a designated area for anybody, right? Because we are trying to encourage everybody to be creative. So you can have a business idea from anywhere. So we just have this area like probably for drinking.
We have,
you
can drink here?
Yeah, we can drink anything. Why not? You close a deal of 700 something million, 1 billion, you go drink.
You go drink.
You have to drink to it. Like I advise everyone, right? We should always know how to celebrate our success, no matter how small it is, right?
What do you see as the value of having an office space? Does it build trust for your customers?
Okay, I would say, right, I would say your trust doesn't actually come from your office. 2 years or a year and a half, I never had an office, right? And I was selling a lot. Take care of your values first, then you can move to the office. So it's fine if you don't have any office, it's fine. But then you still have to, you still have to structure. You still have to come together, structure, because you will meet huge clients that will want to see your office. So over time, you should get an office. This is where the creativity happens.
Hello. What's up, everybody?
This is where we have the ideas, you know, from a small, little space. Because compared to Amazon, when I saw his space at that time.
Yeah, when it started.
Yes.
That's a
and
very popular, famous picture.
Even what's it called? Steve Jobs as well. Like, we actually started from his garage, right? From the first town garage. So we start small and when we become huge, we are huge.
You're already huge, right? You know, it's huge. Don't worry, go and check his Instagram.
I made Ramos sound nice. It was a decision. Everybody like, Ramos, are you Sergio Ramos? Are you Ramos? I'm like, I can use that as an advantage, you know. So anybody that asks me, what's your name? Ramos. So Ramos, I decided Ramos because it's the card like people call me. Yeah, okay. People that know me call me. Yeah. So that's why I started with the Ramos. So anybody that, who is this? Ramos. Until I changed my name to Ramos of Lagos. So that was just the old story.
What were some of the challenges that you faced when you were starting out?
The problem that still happens today is a client talking to like 3-4 agents. It's very difficult. It makes you feel bad or probably as if you're not good enough. Clients do this, they will merge your head and their head together. Say, no, this person gave me this price, this person gave me this. It was a tough challenge. You know, because sometimes developers can give me, Ramos of Lagos, a price. Yeah. They'll say, okay, Ramos, sell this house for me, probably let's say 50 million. Then they'll go and give somebody else 45. Because you are Ramos, they feel like you can bring somebody like that. Then when that person is marketing for the 5, then the client will not say, but I saw for the 5 here. There. You will be lucky enough for your client to tell you, but you'll be very unlucky that your client will not tell you. And they'll just go buy with someone else. So that was like a major challenge. So for me, I already said that this agency was not the end of it for me. I'm not going to come here and be an agent like that. And I'm like, what old agents? My strategy was different. I was coming here for something. Trust me, I will probably look like I love buying cars and all. Trust me, I'm actually smart at my funds. I know how I do my funds, right? I started approaching developers. What can I use this money for? That's why I call people, I'm telling the developers, I'm like, I have like this amount. I'll ask them, if it was you, what would you use it to do? You know, because I was trying to learn from them. Yeah. I met one particular guy, and I told him, please, I want you to do this. He said, yes, come, yeah, fine, I'll do it for you, that's fine. The next day, so how are we sharing the money? How is it going to be? Which unit are you going to give me? He said, what unit? Oh, I'm not giving any unit, though. You have to wait till I send everything. I'm like, I don't understand. What are you doing? Are you trying to use me? So he was probably trying to make me the agent to sell everything before I now get back my money. You see that it didn't make sense. So I decided to use part of the money to buy land. Then I'll keep hustling till whatever. That's 20-something million. I called it, I'm like, yeah, bought half plots. And that became Lux One. So I have this problem of impatience. And I'm impatient for success. No matter what it takes, I'm going to do, and I'm going to do them very fast. So I was able to make mistakes so fast. I will wake up 6 a.m. and be going to Ibejileki, come on, 9 in the morning, without having a client. So I'm going to do videos. I'll be like, hey, the videos are online. I'll be like, hey, this is Ibejileki, this is 800 plots of land, and this and this. And so every single day I showed up. In fact, I found out that my friends that I had that time, you know, they later told me, just random gist, that they had the group. So when they saw me, they were like, what is Ramos doing? Because it was a thing of like, what are you doing? So they would take the picture, take it, and be laughing at her, look at Ramos, and you won't believe that 2 of them actually started real estate.
Are you serious?
Like last year, yeah. I did the things that were very necessary, even though as though they seem shameful, but it was necessary. You needed to do it. You needed people to know who you are. You needed them to know, to have access to you, for you to be able to sell, and that's just what I did. So I was able to do a lot of activities very fast, and feel fast, and learn very fast. So that was how I was able to get here. And I worked with most developers, always asking questions, right, actually. Or it will seem as if I want to check their life, or I'm like, no, I'm trying to learn. At the time I went to a developer and I asked him, at 24, where were you? It was seemed like an odd question, but he could understand, because I was trying to relate my life to, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? So it doesn't mean I don't chill. I also chill, but then my work is double.
It's double.
Yeah, I work on hangovers. Yeah, I'll be having crazy headache. Like I feel like I want to faint. Yeah. You know, but then I'll still be doing it because I have to take this man on inspection. I have to sell this house. I have to sell that house.
So guys, Ramos just dashed me his vehicle. He said I can drive it to my house. So I'm taking it to my house now. I want to go and drop him off first.
Yeah, nah.
But before I drop him off, I want to ask him, what do you do for, this your work? Yeah. Like doing real estate, selling properties. It's very stressful. How do you relax?
I'm a mixture of an introvert and an extrovert, right? Okay. So sometimes I enjoy, I don't decide, I go out, look for new places on the island. Thanks to your page on YouTube, I just check, okay, which of the restaurants is nice, because it's the time we did something like that. Most of my time, I actually just stay indoor and play game. since I got back from US, as in game looks like a very funny thing to me because I don't even have time to play game because there's a lot I need to achieve.
Yeah.
I'm so inspired. I think most of the ideas people get are from a confined space without anybody around, you know. Even if you're married, you have like your study room or somewhere, you know, to think, you know, and that's for me, I cherish a lot more than gold.
What's your thing with cars? And I'm driving one of your cars now, and it's so sweet. How the steering is so soft.
When I started, I wasn't like this. My first car was a Toyota Pencil, obviously. Now you have to start from the scratch. And that car, I think my mom borrowed money to buy me the car because I was like, Baba, please, I need your help. I need the car because I think mobility is one of the best weapons you can ever have. So I was parked somewhere. I think I was waiting for someone or something. I was waiting for someone in the car. Then someone came and tapped. I think it's a normal thing they do because I heard they do this to a lot of people. Someone came and tapped. Do I know you? And it was like, the person was like, sorry, I just booked Taxify or Uber or something like that. I think they asked me if I was a cab guy. They were like, are you a cab guy? And I was stunned because that's the first time that ever happened to me.
To you?
And I took it to her. That day I actually cried. That day.
Are you serious?
I felt like somebody went to Covenant University. That university was at that time was like one of the most expensive. Like if you were there, they look at you like, are you kidding me? Your parents are rich.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't like my mom had it all. She wasn't. She was struggling. She just wanted the best for her children. So I vowed to myself from that day that never would this ever happen to me again. And I think, like they said, the tongue is very strong. So I swore for myself.
you saw blessing.
I saw blessing in my life. That's what I think I did that day. Because that pencil coming was what got me to wherever I am now.
The transition from selling other people's houses, then moving into developing properties. How were you able to start that? And also, how were you able
so let me explain that, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I piled up some money while I was selling because I was selling a lot too. Trust me, I was going crazy. In fact, at the point I was scared that probably I hope my parents did not do anything, or I did not go and mistakenly do ritual that I don't know.
Because the sales were
literally sometimes you think you won't make sale, but then it just comes out of thin air for me. So this money was really coming. As it was coming, I was just packing to the side. I was packing to the side. That was when I was able to add that 20-something million.
Okay.
I went to this people, they didn't answer me. I bought land, right? Then I went back to work. So before I started building, it took me about 3 months or 4 months before I started building. I think I've also learned something, right? If you do things legitimately with pure heart, right, and you put God first, it's very hard for you to fall. Nothing can really shake you. It's going to be difficult for you to fall. So I built everything based on honesty and humility. There was a time that when I was probably in my mother's house, everybody was doing Yahoo. And I was like, what's this Yahoo thing? Let me even see. Honestly, I was like, well, let me even see. How did they do it like this? Because I'm like, people are making money. Let me see. It didn't work, right? And I feel God blessed me for that because it was a decision I made. It took me 9 months. So I went through a lot of challenge. Building is not so easy, especially when you're trying to build something special.
Yeah.
It's easy to build a box house. Just do a box like this is a house. But put the block and but it's different when you are trying to make you're trying to probably do aesthetics. That's how I was able to start. Then I'd never believed in investor. Anybody saying investor, when people say investor, I say in this country investor. But I'll use my money to finish my thing. Yeah. I got a call one day. It was a lady. And she called and she was like, can we meet? This real estate, can you talk to me about it? How can you ask someone to tell you about real estate? Are you kidding me? So I told her everything about real estate. Every time this woman called me, I did save her number actually. Because I was like, who is this? Because I get a lot of calls. I was holding the company like, I'm like, who is this person? She called me again. I was like, sorry, who is this? We spoke to them. I was like, okay, yeah. He said, okay, can you meet up with me and my husband? I met them at the hotel, spoke to them about real estate, and they said they want me to that. Can we start? Okay. Can we start? Okay. I was like, okay. I think we are getting somewhere, right? Can we start? And I'm like, okay. I didn't really grab this thing. When they say can we start, I would just go and sit down and wait. Then they will call me and be like, hey, what's up? Then I started looking for land. I got a land, and these people paid. I just took my phone, saved the number.
Wait, they paid
for the land.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, so they obviously investing in me. Every single thing I did was my own. Nobody said, okay, no, do it. No. Take the lead and show us how you do it. When something is for you, right, nothing can take it. That's just what it taught me. I always bet on myself. I make sure that I do the things as best as I can. If I don't do it well, bro, don't worry, I tried my best. And I'm willing to learn. And behold, I got my first investor, and I'm like, wow, this is nice. This is cool.
You know, what I actually really appreciate about your story is you being open enough to say that you actually got an investor, because most people really never say they got funding from an investor, because I don't know, maybe it's a Nigerian thing not to mention you have an investor, which I don't feel is there's nothing bad you having an investor.
I'm sure you use an iPhone, right?
Yeah, he's an iPhone.
Have you watched Dude's movie before?
Yeah, I have.
If you remember, I started in his garage, right?
Yeah.
And what changed his life is an investor.
True.
I mean,
True.
What are we talking about here? I think to me, I'd rather use investors' money than use my money.
Definitely, that makes sense. I'd
rather use investors' money and use my money. I'll probably use my money for something else. You know, because I'm someone that I like to create things before you pay me. I don't like you pay me before I create. Do you understand? Because I want to show you what I'm worth first. That's my perspective of things. And that has been working for me all through my life. At 27, I don't see myself as doing so well. No. But I was able to use my mind as a strength. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. But I'm learning right now. So at 27, I'm learning development.
But it didn't just come from you waiting around without taking action.
Yeah,
it came from you building something,
and
then eventually having somebody invest in that and scaling it up.
Yeah. You have to surprise yourself, right? The universe works for you. You need to understand that. So whatever you want to actually come to you effortlessly, just do you. You're going to face your own challenges, fine. You're going to cry, go and cry. Some people find it hard to cry. Probably some people are just feeling like crying is it. Bro, you lock yourself in the room and cry. But you're not happy, you are sad. Let yourself know you are sad, then pick yourself back up. Anyone that's probably facing challenges to look down himself, there's the power, there is something there. But you have to discover it, so.
It's what it is.
It's what it is. I'm telling you.
Ramos, leave him. What will be your problem? What's your problem?
This guy here, he just came and started eating with us. I'm currently under Ajab now.
So guys, just on our way as we're coming here, one stupid ass policeman stopped us for no reason, just because we saw Benz. You driving a Benz in Lagos, what's it like? Do you have police stopping you? Because that's one problem we have in Nigeria. Whenever the police see somebody in a nice car, they want to stop you and harass you, just kind of extort money from you. And that just happened just now. I can show you clips. You can see clips on the screen now. So this is like a public service announcement. There are lots of young people in Nigeria trying to do good stuff, trying to create value for other people. We don't always want the police to just keep harassing us. So anybody who's in charge of whatever department of police, you should check out this guy under Ajah Bridge. Where are we now currently?
This is Lekki Palm City Estate, right?
Okay.
I think I discovered this estate back in around 2019, 2018.
Oh,
At that time, the estate was still new. I was still into selling of houses, right? It looked like he had a prospect, right? Because you have the water view.
Yeah.
Around 2019 was when I decided to buy land here, because a young guy making money, you have to invest, obviously.
Straight up.
Right? So after a while, I decided that, you know what, let me also try this development thing.
Okay.
So this came to life. Right?
So this is kind of like your first.
Yeah, it's my first. It took me about, I think, 9 months or more to actually raise the structure. And it was 9 tough months, because I went through a lot. But to God be the glory, I did it, and we are here.
Wow. It's amazing now actually seeing it and visualizing it. Even looks bigger than what it looked like.
Funny thing, when I started, right, people didn't get the picture, but I got the picture. Right, that's one of the reasons why it was very difficult for me to raise the structure, because it's one thing for an architect to build the house, and it's one thing for an engineer to actually raise the structure. So the most difficult thing is to put them together, to make them work hand in hand, because the engineer will be like, no, this is not possible. The architect will be like, no, I want this. Is that this for my life? So you gotta make them work together. So that was one of the biggest challenge I had while building the structure. So people will come and look at it and be like, okay, this house, until finishing started, until painting started, until plastering started, and the house started coming alive.
No, the house, when we even came here, I couldn't recognize it again. I was like, okay, is this the same place? But what made me remember was, I remember that this place
the
was
water
open.
view in front.
The water view. So I now like, oh, this is actually the place. Then I can see there's a new structure coming up.
Yes. Prior to when I was building this,
Yeah.
I could afford another land here too. So this one is about, I think, 550 square meter of land. So we are here looking at it and still wondering what the heck is this? But I believe that when I'm done, the bigger picture will come out.
It kind of seems like the more money you make from something, you just invest it back into your business.
I mean, what do you want to do as a human being in this life, right? You cannot always be buying cars. First thing is investment. Then the money change is car. You should understand.
Guys, are you hearing? Invest your money. Don't go and use it to go and flex.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is how many bedrooms is this?
So this is 4 bedroom. It's going to be fully automated, luxury at its best.
Oh man.
Like anybody that knows me for building knows that I build where I will live in. So I go for the best quality.
So I think checking out this development, I think one thing I love is the view. This is like more or less waterfront with ocean view, and there's nothing blocking you in every direction. Was that one of the things that made you decide to situate your
for me, I saw this as a selling point when I got here. The tricky thing to it is, right now, people come here and they're like, oh, the view. But at the point when I bought it, I was having more of discouragement about, why would you build something before where water is? People are going to be scared that water will come out and make them.
True. I think Nigerians are always afraid of
Yes,
that.
so funny enough, before I actually bought this, I brought like 3 people here. I brought architect, I bought my mom, and I bought someone that I believe in his judgment alone. Showed them about 3 lands, because I already decided I was going to get this place. But I wanted to hear other people's opinion. For me. And everyone chose here.
That's interesting. So even as much as you've had so much success in the real estate industry, you still ask for other people's opinions to get their own perspective.
Are you kidding me? That's one of my key, strategy. I won't call it a strategy, but it's just a normal thing for me to do, right? Always try to, see what other people think and weigh your options, and look, if it makes sense, fine. Not all the time will people actually agree with you, Sometimes you have to take that, decision all by yourself and go through it and go through with it. True. But I still, when it comes to important decisions like this, I make sure that I talk to people so I don't fall on the wrong path. And again, I think when I bought it had the governor's consent. I am always comfortable with lands with governor's consent. So. Tayo, this is our second development. This is one of the projects that actually challenged me as a new builder.
This is way bigger than the other one.
Yeah, so we have about 7 units here. This is our gym. And we have like visitors car park, owner's car park as well.
Is this part of it too?
Yeah, this is the beginning now.
Everything.
Yes.
Wow.
Even me, I'm sure. I think we just put down the scaffold. Like I think yesterday. This is my first time
seeing it
right now without the scaffold. And what the heck am I doing? Damn.
This is big, man. Like this is big because like looking at the story from where you started from, and then seeing where you currently are now, and then I can just imagine 5 years from now.
Well, I imagine myself 5 years from now too, and let's leave that for another. These are Spanish tiles, right? And the color as well. It matches with the paint of the color of the house.
Have you set up a price yet?
Honestly, I really do not know how to set up a price before finishing a house because of the kind of finishing. Sometimes I can decide and do something crazy. I have to put that in my cost as well. But for now, I have an average price of probably 73 million per unit. And this is that orchid. It comes with 24 hours power supply, clean water, you can drinkable water actually because it's rare, and security. We have estate security. You also have security here. So we don't solely depend on the estate security. So we have security here for you as well. And if you want a mobile police, it's possible. You can get your mobile police. But everybody has to, get the cost.
Man. Well done.
Thank you.
Your story is really amazing, and the most interesting thing about this is I watched it happen, and that's why this story and me sharing it with you guys, it's a very personal one. So obviously, if you've been liking the video up to this point, please hit the like button so that more people can see this video. So I have a final question for you. What's your advice to a lot of young Africans, because people that are saying this are all over, not just Nigerians, everybody out there. What's your advice to them as somebody who started out at such a young age and has built what you have currently built now?
The first thing is to discover yourself, no matter how old you are. Because I heard about,
KFC.
KFC.
Yeah.
At age something or something like that.
Yeah,
Very, very old
something,
age.
yeah.
At something, this man became
Yeah.
a billionaire. So like, you need to look in deep of whoever you want to be. Because if you don't know who you want to be, where are you going to start from? And set your price on your target. I had a number. In fact, before it was 2 billion naira. Then after I was like, 2 what? Am I sick? Yeah. Right? I actually up my target. No, 2 billion is nothing, right? So your mind, you write it down. Whatever you want to do, always learn to write things down. I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to get here, I want to get there. And you write it down as though you have achieved it. This is part of like, they call it secret to success.
Yeah.
It's basically not secret to success, it's just you finding out. I was seeking for knowledge. I hate reading, but I forced myself to read. I sat down, read this thing. If I miss the page, I go back to the page again, I look at it again, and I write it down. And I was able to put these things into action. For you to get to where you want to go, you have to pass through some stages, right? You have to do some things, and they might be quite difficult, but you forcing yourself to do it alone, come on, it's something now. You visualize this as though you are there. You see yourself, like you literally can see yourself where you want to be. Bro, this universe is intertwined. You attract what you want. You know, I'm even sure before you became this, you already thought about it, low-key. You already had in mind that, okay, I want to be this.
Yeah.
Everybody should be determined and believe in yourself, honestly. Try to be the best at what you do. And not in a competitive way, but in your own way. I am my own competition because I try to beat the last thing I did.
Awesome.
I hope that's good enough.
That's cool. Thanks a lot for sharing your story with us. I really appreciate that. And I know a lot of young people out there have also learned a lot from this video.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're looking to buy property in Lagos, Nigeria, or in Nigeria generally, I'm going to put links to his company in the description below. Definitely check him out. So guys, that's all we have to share with you today. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys on the next one.